So the next thing we're going to be talking about is kind of the club, lounge, restaurant kind of a DJ event. It's a lot different than the wedding, closer to the corporate event, but it's kind of a different beast altogether. A lot of the time, you know, you can get into the club lounge thing and they're going to be expecting a certain kind of music, which actually makes it a little bit easier. Just make sure you got the library to back it up. You don't want to have you know, 5 house songs and that's it, and then next thing you know you're playing some classic rock and that's not the vibe, right? So you kind of want to know what kind of music the club plays, the lounge plays, or whatever, and make sure you can back it up. If you're not sure of the kind of music, you know, ask around, go online. There's lots of resources out there to find out what it is. A lot of times when you go to a club, you'll have your DJ booth kind of already set up. Chances are they'll have a tech, sound tech guy who will be doing all the kind of setup, and he'll say, okay, so what do you got to plug into? That boils down to, you know, what kind of mixer you have and what you're going to be using for that. So same thing, you'd be working with a guy probably that knows his stuff pretty well. So he'll be expecting you to at least know a decent part of your gear. So at least give him that and know your gear. The club vibe is, you know, I touched on this before. You're going to be coming in, and you know, it's to be depending what time the club opens. Let's say 9 o'clock. You're not going to be playing your heavy hitting songs right out of the gate. So you know, you could be DJing for, you know, 5-6 hours kind of a thing. But because it is one kind of specific, you know, roughly kind of music, you want to have the library. Like, think about it. Like, you're DJing for 6 hours. When you're doing a wedding or something like that, you're kind of playing the song from start to finish usually. Whereas when you're doing a club, like your mixes, you might only be playing a song for maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops kind of thing, and transitioning into another one. So you got to have an extensive library. You got to plan. I like to have my, you know, if it's a club lounge, it'll be my electro kind of mellow songs I like to start off with. You know, play that till, you know, maybe around kind of, you know, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then, you know, and then I got my electro hard, which is kind of the more heavy hitting songs, a few hours worth of that kind of thing. Just get your libraries, and then you got, you know, your kind of a house electro kind of, the hammers I like to call them, ones that just dance floor fillers. You know, people are gonna love it. Tried, tested, and, you know, even have kind of your old school house songs, kind of the throwbacks too, right? It's all good to have, and, you know, even if it is kind of a loungy, they want that kind of house thing, throw a rap song in there, mix it up. I mean, no one wants to hear the same kind of music over and over, so variance, it goes a long way, and it's practice. Same thing at home, do a 2-3 hour session, just practice mixing different kinds of music. Go from something more mellow, then maybe go into some rap, and throw into some heavy electro. Just practice your mixing and listen to it, play it back. And a good thing to have as well is take one of your good solid mixes that's maybe, you know, could be 20, 30, 40 minutes kind of thing, and have it as a backup, right? So have a pre-mix. If, say, your gear goes sour, you've got at least you know, a long mix that can get you through the night kind of thing. You could be doing a quick session, or you could be doing a half-hour DJ session, and that's all you're there for. They're gonna have a few DJs throughout the night. So make sure you're set up, and you at least have you know, a few good songs. And if you're the opening DJ, don't play the heavy songs that, you know, are going to be the songs and, you know, ruin the next DJ's chance. You know what I mean, at filling the dance floor. So kind of, you know, work with the guy. You know, if you're the featuring artist, yeah, like, those are your songs. You play them, and you play them hard, right? But it's if you're just kind of the warm up DJ, you know, take it easy. Play a couple cool ones, but you want people to remember you. So, you know, one day you could be the featuring DJ, depending if you're the res, or you know, if you're just doing a kind of a guest spot through the night. You got to call ahead and find out what they actually provide in the booth for you. Are you going to have monitors? You're going to want those if you're doing a club, because chances are the speaker is going to be well ahead of you. You won't be able to hear anything. Sure, you have your headphones, but you know, you need a monitor to kind of hear the levels of the songs kind of going, and if you know, if they blend together. So chances are they will have monitors. Ask ahead, find out. Sometimes they will provide maybe even a mixer and a couple turntables, like they might provide that for you. So you want to call ahead, find out what they actually have. You know, if you own your own gear, you know, bring your own gear. If you rent gear, that's what I say, call ahead, because you might not have to rent your gear. So just call ahead, find out. Chances are in a DJ booth they'll have lots of outlets, because that's what they're there for. Like, it's there for your power. So you know, you'll be okay with that. You won't have to worry about it. Like I said, they'll probably have a sound tech. So you can have everything plugged in. He'll work with you one-on-one, and he'll help you out with that. When you're up in the booth, don't be afraid when you're actually DJing to ask the staff, whatever, say no one else in here. The last thing you want is some drunk person coming up, putting their drink down beside your $1,000 worth of equipment and spilling it on it. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to be the guy that says, hey, I don't want anyone up here. It's enough stress enough if, you know, you're just kind of doing it. You don't need people all around you saying, hey, what's this, right? Like, this is your chance. Do the best job you can. The key thing is some clubs will say, you know, you'll be getting this much money and all the drinks you want. Don't drink. That's the key. A couple of reasons why you're drinking. Like, obviously when you're drinking, you know, you're gonna get sloppy up here. It's just, that's the way it is. Even one drink can inhibit you a little bit. Another thing is too, a little known fact is when you drink, your hearing, you actually think things are quieter than they are. So you could be cranking the levels and you think it's perfectly fine. Meanwhile, you're blowing everyone's eardrums out. So, you know, keep that in mind. Like, just stay away from the drinks altogether. And, you know, it looks a lot more professional as well. Also, like I said, if you're the opening DJ for the night, save some room for the featuring DJ. Don't crank the level of the monitors all the way. Like, give him some room to build up the audio as well. So these little things that can really help you go a long way. And like I say, show up early. And you know, if you're the warm-up DJ, maybe ask the featuring DJ, hey, would it be all right if I just, you know, stood back and just kind of watched? Like, I won't say anything. I just really want to kind of see what you're doing. So, you know, you learn. Like, everyone's got something to offer. You know, take it in, learn it. No one's the god of DJing here. You know, everyone's got their own little tips and tricks. There's more than one good way of doing things. And just learn, practice, watch, absorb, right? So these little things can get you through it. And same thing when you're actually playing the music. Like I've stated before, it's different than a wedding or a corporate event. When you're DJing a club, you start slower, and then you can kind of build up the tempo, get people dancing, and then kind of bring it back down, so that way people can go get a chance to get a break, get some drinks going, because that works well with the bar's gonna like that. If the more people drink, the more sales go up, probably the more you'll get hired doing it. So have that peak, play a few hard-hitting songs, and wind it back down. Let people get a couple drinks, then right back up, get them out there, and you know, it's just the flow. You do that a lot more, and especially if you're only doing a half-hour set. I mean, mind you might only have, you know, one or two of those pauses in their tops kind of thing, but definitely throw them in there. Give everyone a chance to get a drink, and that's what people dance when they get drunk. So keep that in mind. That covers everything pretty much as far as club goes and what to expect. And thanks for stopping by, and stay tuned for the next lesson.